Mm. Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. You know, I haven't watched this show as long as other people has, but I gotta sit there and say, Brooke, Brooke is annoying. Okay, Brooke is annoying because Brooke loves to sit there and come at other people as though she doesn't have a history of her own. Okay, she is talking to RJ about how unconscionable about what Zende has done to RJ. Oh, that's your cousin, that's your family. Boo, you did that to your daughter, you did that to your sister. You betrayed both of them. And so you coming at Zende, it's not just out of pocket, it's just straight up stupid. Like she looks dumb, right? And RJ's at a point where he's like, listen, I don't want to sit there and talk about this anymore. I want to move past this, but it's very hard to do when you keep bringing up the subject multiple times. I want to move past this whole thing. Now he does talk about how he he doesn't know if he can work with Zende moving forward. But I'm like, the problem is you're kind of on a project right now with hope for the future. So what are you gonna do? You're just gonna sit there and f that up because you can't get past your personal differences with Zende, so you're just gonna f up your sister's line. Like, come on, bro, pull it together. And that's the same thing for Zende. He needs to sit there and get his head out the clouds. Okay, he needs to sit there and stop thinking about Luna like she's the best thing since sliced bread. I can't even believe he was like, oh man, I can't focus because I'm still wanting to be with Luna. I'm just like, bro, you met her like once. You Everyone sit there and call it loving in the afternoon, but you wind up having intercourse with this chick once, and you're 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 sprung over that. Like, what are you doing, bro? But eventually RJ does leave. Turns out when Poppy comes in. Well, Poppy's walking around the Force's office for some odd reason. After talking to Luna, long story short, she's not pregnant. So maybe at some point they could sit there and revisit that whole "who's her dad" thing. Just an idea. I mean, it's like they started that story like maybe a couple months ago, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, maybe we should probably get back to that." But anyway, Brooke sees Poppy just kind of just waltzing around or whatever, and she's like, "Hey, listen, I need to talk to you." I'm like, "Why are you acting like you're the goddamn principal? Like you sitting there trying to call this girl to your office?" And that's literally what she does. She's like, "Close the door," and then she starts berating her. I can't believe you were still reckless and this, that, and the third. And, you and your Mets, really caused, a lot of heartache and turmoil and everything like that. I'm like, Brooke, once again, did you forget that you have a past, boo? And there's a point where she was like, oh, talk about a lack of maturity. A lack of maturity. Brooke Logan wants to talk about a lack of This chick wants to sit there and talk about a lack of maturity. I was like, Brooke, I haven't even watched this show that long, and I could just every now and then look on Wikipedia and find all sorts of stuff and shenanigans that you've actually done, but you have the audacity to sit there and talk about the lack of maturity. Man, just watching this scene was just laughable. Okay? It was laughable. It was very entertaining because it was like, you are so wrong on so many levels. Now, don't get it twisted. Even though she's hella wrong in a lot of ways, and she's a hypocrite in a lot of ways, let's not sit there and try to act like some of the stuff she's saying isn't true, right? Now, why she keeps coming to the Forrester office like Luna is some sort of big shot or whatever? It's like, you do realize she's an intern, right? Right? What are you doing? I mean, your pills already kind of messed her up, relationships and everything like that. You keep just showing up all the time. What are we doing? Um, Now At some point, Luna does want to be with RJ, and he's all like, he wants to then try to move on forward and just kind of get back to where they were, and um, which is all good and great. But I mean, it's one of those things where he's like, I want to sit there and get back to where we were, but I'm like, you can't do that. Too much stuff has actually happened to sit there and try to get back exactly where you were. Doing something like that will just in general, is a recipe for disaster. Now, if he's ready to move forward, I think, to be fair, I felt like he was only ready to move forward because he felt like he was going to wind up losing her, right? Because let's be honest, I don't think he was fully ready to forgive the situation. But he did it because he felt like he was on the clock, which is not always a good idea to sit there and try to rush to your feelings. Now, Deacon is with Sheila, talking about her encounter with Steffi, right? Hope comes in, and eventually Sheila leaves, and this is where Deacon is like, whatever stuff that Sheila has been doing is like he's on the same amount of stuff because he tells Hope, hey, listen, me and Sheila are engaged and everything like that. We're gonna get married and stuff. Okay, I have to give her a couple minutes to sit there and process that. Okay, just give some time. It's understandable. Then you decide to take it a step a step one too far. There's a better analogy for it, but you get what I'm saying. He's like, hey, listen, I want you to go to the wedding. I want you to be a participant in the wedding. I want you to stand up for Sheila. I want Finn to be my best man. And at that point, I just once again started busting out laughing. I was like, yo, is he serious? He wants Finn to be the best man, like Steffi just going to sit there and allow that. Okay, did you forget that Steffi is the self-proclaimed queen of LA? You think in your rabbit mind that you think that that's going to actually be a thing, and the fact that you sat there and said, "I want you to stand up for Sheila," that's good. This man is definitely delusional as f. Now, Liam's over at Steffi's place because for some odd reason it's like he doesn't have a job or anything else going on with him. And Steffi's like, yeah, I'm working from home because Sheila's out and about. But I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You tell me that wait, you can't go to the office because you're worried about Sheila, but you had no problem barging into the place that she lives in, start poking the bear, and practically made a threat. So they're saying, if you come by, if you're bothering Finn, you're gonna have to deal with me. That's all that gusto then. But now you're all like, oh, I'm freaking out because Sheila's on the loose. Was this stuff just shot out of order? Like, I'm very curious about it. I really am. Um. So yeah, Liam once again starts in that they're telling Finn what he should be doing in his marriage. I'm just like, bro, you don't even have a marriage, and you have the audacity to sit there and try to tell somebody else what their role is in a relationship that you're not in. Now, like that's just laughable to me, right? And of course, Steffi's like, well, listen, I made it very clear that, he's choosing me over her, and that's how it's going to be. And if Sheila gets my way, then I'm going to sit there and deal with her. Again, where's this gusto coming from? Why doesn't he ask that work? Seriously, why are you not at work for? What are we doing at this point? It's funny. Months ago, when Eric was starting to look like he was on his way out, remember one of the things he would sit there and say, everyone's used my office. people have lunch in there and everything like that. And I get it, he's working from home, but I'm just like, I just remember just how stupid. Like in some ways that made sense, but it's like everyone is just like still treating Eric's office like they run ish. And I'm just like, Brad Bell, you might want to think about getting some new sets. You know, just, but I mean, hell, I don't know where they are in ratings, but I'm pretty sure they're probably higher than General Hospital for reasons unknown. Um, yeah, I feel like that's about it. Ah, man, these episodes are just hilarious. And I did talk about RJ and Luke. RJ and Luna. Um, anyway, I feel like that's about it. I can't think of anything else. So write it down in the comment section below. Most likely, I'm probably not going to wind up doing a live stream. That's why I did, like, the reviews on all four soaps. Take a rest night. But I'll be back tomorrow, usual time. And if you're not a member, click the description box and below. Should be in a pinned comment, not in the description box, and become a member. I do members only live streams, members only videos. I do members exclusives where I will put out a video for a couple of days or whatever before I put it out to the general public. Just my thoughts on different things that's going on in the soap world and stuff like that. So you definitely want to be a part of that. Anyway, if I forgot anything, write it down in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you in the next video.